By 2026, ship captains are no longer debating convenience, they are debating survival. On July 7, 2025, a modern bulk carrier was violently attacked off Yemen's coast, leaving crew members dead, systems disabled, and the ship adrift, following a similar deadly attack the previous day that underscored a pattern of escalating assaults on commercial vessels in the region. But these are not the only dangers that lurk in the Red Sea. Mother Nature has so much more to offer. Just imagine, you're standing on the bridge, modern cargo ship, latest technology. The Red Sea looks calm. Then everything goes wrong. Temperature spikes, cooling systems fail, navigation throws errors, and through your window, you see it. Coral, directly ahead, not on any chart. Impact? Metal screaming, hull breach, water flooding compartments. March 2025. A tourist submarine imploded off Egypt. 6 dead. November 2024. The Sea Story went down. 7 lives lost. That same month, 30 people rescued seconds before their vessel sank at Deadliest Reef. This is 2026. The Red Sea, carrying 12% of global trade, has become a graveyard. Modern ships with satellite navigation are running aground, overheating, getting trapped. Ships are now adding 11,000 miles around Africa, 14 extra days, $1 million more per voyage, because a 200-mile corridor of extreme heat, killer reefs, and violent weather has made modern shipping a deadly gamble. So what makes the Red Sea so lethal? Why is it getting worse? And why can't technology save you? Let's start with what you can't see until it's too late. The Red Sea holds 76% of the world's coral species. Beautiful, deadly. Since 1999, nearly 300 shipping accidents have been recorded here. Ships grounding on reefs, complete hull breaches, total losses. The problem? Coral doesn't show up well on navigation equipment. It's underwater, irregular, growing. The Red Sea averages only 490 meters in depth, which is shallow for shipping. Near coastlines, just 10 to 15 meters clearance, barely enough for a loaded cargo ship. Add unpredictable coral formations, and you've got a nightmare. In 2025, multiple vessels reported near misses with uncharted reefs. Some weren't lucky. Climate change is intensifying cyclones here. When storms hit, visibility drops to zero. Currents shift. Reefs 5 meters down suddenly feel closer when 3-meter swells toss your ship. Worse, hitting a reef damages it. Broken coral creates new hazards that weren't there before. Debris clouds the water. You hit a reef, the reef breaks. More hazards form. The cycle continues. A March 2024 survey found vessels operating with faulty navigation equipment in these treacherous waters. These aren't statistics. These are fathers, brothers, sons who thought technology would keep them safe. They were wrong. Now here's what most don't realize. The Red Sea is cooking ships alive. It's one of Earth's warmest marine ecosystems. Surface temperatures hit 30 to 32 degrees Celsius in summer. Shallow areas, even higher. Why does this matter? Modern ships rely on seawater cooling. Engines, generators, air conditioning, everything depends on pumping cool seawater. But when the seawater itself is bath temperature, systems fail. The Red Sea has been warming for decades, and by 2025, extreme temperatures triggered. Widespread coral bleaching, signaling conditions so hot that even long-adapted marine life is struggling to survive. Imagine what that does to ship machinery. One chief engineer described summer operations as running on the edge of catastrophic failure every day. Engine rooms exceed 50 degrees Celsius. Crews work short shifts because human bodies can't handle it. Heat exhaustion, heat stroke, and dehydration. July 2024. A cargo vessel was towed to port after multiple cooling systems failed simultaneously. The exhausted crew couldn't keep up with cascading failures. But it gets worse. Extreme heat creates sudden atmospheric changes. Unexpected wind shifts. Massive dust storms from surrounding deserts cut visibility to near zero in minutes. 1 minute you see clear sailing. Next minute you are navigating blind through reef-dense waters. Climate change has made extreme weather 3 times more frequent than the 1950s. The Red Sea, trapped between Africa and Asia, funnels these weather systems. Captains report temperature spikes of 5 to 7 degrees Celsius in hours. Equipment can't adapt fast enough. Hydraulics fail, electronics glitch, even radar degrades in extreme heat. Result? Ships operating partially blind in already dangerous waters. One expert: "We're asking 21st century technology to operate in conditions it was never designed for. Something has to give, usually the ship." Even if you survive the reefs and heat, you still have to cross the Bab al-Mandeb Strait, Gate of Tears in Arabic. Now you know why. Just 18 miles wide at its narrowest point, 12% of global trade squeezes through here. In good conditions, it's manageable, but conditions are rarely good. The strait acts like a wind tunnel. Gusts hit 40 to 50 knots with no warning. Add opposing currents, such as water flowing in from the Gulf of Aden and water flowing out from the Red Sea, and you get chaotic, unpredictable movement. Captains describe it as threading a needle while someone shakes your hand. Large vessels need precise maneuvering. One miscalculation, one unexpected current, and you're dangerously close to another ship or drifting toward shallow reefs. At night, 10 times harder. Limited visibility, dozens of navigation lights, fishing boats that may not have proper lighting. One maritime pilot: "Every transit through Bab al-Mandeb shortens your life by a year." He wasn't joking. Marine insurance premiums for Red Sea transits have always been higher. Insurers know. This water claims ships. Narrow passage, heavy traffic, extreme weather, coral hazards, scorching heat, a perfect storm of danger. And the list of natural obstacles goes on. In 2025, severe weather affected maritime routes globally with unprecedented cyclones and storms. As the planet warms, extreme weather becomes more common and destructive. More sudden storms, more heat waves, more unpredictability. The Red Sea in 2026 isn't just dangerous because of what's always been there. It's dangerous because nature itself is becoming more extreme. So why isn't this improving? Why could 2026 be worse? Because conditions aren't getting better. They're accelerating. Massive coral bleaching hit the Red Sea in 2025 due to record temperatures. When coral dies, it creates new hazards. Dead coral breaks apart, fragments drift, creating unpredictable underwater obstacles not on any chart. More importantly, dead coral means degraded water clarity. Healthy reefs filter water, keeping it clear. Dead reefs? Water becomes cloudy, murky, exponentially harder to navigate. Ship groundings damage ecosystems. That damage creates more hazards. More groundings follow. A death spiral. And it's accelerating. The Red Sea is warming faster than most oceans. Marine organisms operate at the high end of their thermal tolerance. Creatures found nowhere else on Earth are dying off. Ecosystems that existed for thousands of years, collapsing in real time. For shipping, the Red Sea of 2026 is fundamentally different and more dangerous than 5 years ago. Charts become outdated immediately. Safe passage last year might be a coral graveyard this year. Navigation becomes guesswork. And when piloting a 200,000-ton vessel through straits at night, guesswork kills people. Maritime analysts suggest this could be the new normal. Shipping companies are restructuring supply chains, assuming permanent Africa routes. Cape of Good Hope infrastructure is being expanded. The Red Sea, a trade route for thousands of years, may no longer be reliably safe. A cornerstone of human commerce for thousands of years is suddenly too dangerous for modern ships. The question remains the same. What happens now? The math is brutal. Add 14 days and $1 million, or risk reefs, system failures, violent weather, and everything that can go wrong. 95% chose the longer route. But here's what should terrify you. If nature alone, heat, reefs, and weather can make nearly 12% of global trade this dangerous, what happens when these conditions hit the Strait of Hormuz? 20% of the world's oil passes there. The South China Sea, 30% of global maritime trade. The Strait of Malacca, the Panama Canal. The world has dozens of maritime choke points, critical arteries, vulnerable. For the first time in modern history, global trade isn't choosing speed or cost, it's choosing survival. The Red Sea proves modern technology can't always overcome nature. Not when reefs strike without warning. Not when equipment fails in extreme heat. Not when weather becomes chaotic. Climate change is making extreme events 3 times more frequent. Ocean temperatures are rising. Ecosystems are collapsing. 2024. Captains noticed changes. 2025. They realized it wasn't temporary. 2026. They're adapting to a more dangerous reality. The world's oceans just got more hostile. This is only the beginning. Welcome to the new era of maritime shipping, where oceans aren't just dangerous from storms, but because the entire environment is changing faster than ships and technology can adapt. What do you think? Will technology catch up, or will more routes become too dangerous to cross? Drop your thoughts below.